welcome to Coastal Alabama's Highway 98 Radio. Rick McCann behind the microphone. We've got the latest breaking news, extended weather forecast, and great music coming up live, broadcasting from the Blue Ram Media Studios here in Gulf Shores, Alabama.
It was 700 fence posts from your place to house. Neither one of us was old enough to drive a car. Sometimes it was raining, sometimes it would shine. We wore out that gravel road between your house and mine. I'd start walking your way, you'd start walking mine. We'd meet in the middle, beneath that old Georgia pine. We'd gain a lot of ground, 'cause we both give a little. Ain't no road too long, we'd meet in the middle. It's been 7 years tomorrow since we set our eyes under that old pine tree. You ought to see it now, standing in the backyard, reminding me and you, if we don't see eye to eye, there's something we can do. I'd start walking your way, you'd start walking mine. We'd meet in the middle, beneath that old Georgia pine. We'd gain a lot of ground, 'cause we both give a little. Ain't no road too long, we meet in the middle. Babe, I love the way we work it out. That's what life is all about. I'd start walking your way, you'd start walking mine. We meet in the middle, beneath that old Georgia pine. We gain a lot of ground, 'cause we both give a little. Ain't no road too long, and we meet in the middle. I'd start walking your way, you'd start walking mine. We meet in the middle, beneath that old Georgia pine. We gain a lot of ground, 'cause we both give a little. Ain't no road too long, we meet in the middle. I start walking your way, you start walking mine. We meet in the middle, beneath that old Georgia pine. We gain a lot of ground, 'cause we both give a little.
Mobile Bay Patrol Service, public safety and law enforcement trained with more than 30 years experience here along the Gulf Coast, protecting our people, our property, and our way of life. Give them a call at 251-264-2498. They offer mobile patrol services of churches, businesses, schools, gated communities, condominiums, beach resorts, yacht clubs, and so much more. 251-264-2498. Call today and you will sleep better tonight. Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday, June the 12th. I almost said July. I had to bite my tongue. Time flies, but we don't want it to fly that quickly. Thursday, June the 12th, 2025. We've got some special things happening on today's program, and we'll be telling you about sharks. Yep, some shark events happening here along the Gulf Coast. And it's not just for kids, and it's not just for adults. I'll tell you a whole lot more about that. Of course, we've got the extended weather forecast, breaking news, and all of the happenings and events that's happening here along the Gulf Coast this time of the year. And of course, a ton of great music from new artists that you probably have not heard much of or anything at all, and all the way to the good old time music. A lot of people say they really miss the 70s and 80s music of country music, and you know, there's a lot of great music from then, but we also have quite a bit of great music coming out right now. In fact, the trend, you may have noticed if you listen to country music, the trend is a lot of artists are getting back to that good old style of country music, taking some of that more, sophisticated or more rock and roll stuff out of their music and going back to the good old way that it was. So I've got all of that, of course, and a whole bunch more. Let's play some music. Let's drink some coffee. And let's try and stay out of these storms today. I'll tell you more about the extended weather forecast coming up.
Now the lines have all been drawn. The vows we made began to fade, but now they're gone. Put your pictures in a shoebox and my gold ring in a drawer. I'm not supposed to love you anymore. Says she's jealous of this freedom that I found. If she were me, she would be out on the town. And she says she can't imagine what on earth I'm waiting for. I'm not supposed to love you anymore. I shouldn't care, I wonder when and how you are. But I can't hide this hurt inside my broken heart. I'm fighting back emotions that I've never fought before. 'Cause I'm not supposed to love you. Now I'm writing you this letter, and it's killing me tonight. That I agreed when you believed it wasn't right. And I couldn't sleep up on the bed, so I'm down here on the floor, where I'm not supposed to love you anymore. Shouldn't care, I wonder where and how you are. And I can't hide this hurt inside my broken heart. I'm fighting back emotions that I've never fought before. 'Cause I'm not supposed to love you anymore. I'm not supposed to love you anymore.
first time I saw you, before you even said your name, somehow I already knew. Every kiss I'd ever saved, I was about to use. Could've talked all through the night and through the next one too. Bet you saw how I couldn't take my eyes off of your eyes of blue. If I could've found a ladder faster, would have been standing up there on the roof, yelling, I know it's true. I've got forever to never stop loving you. A fever every time you walk in the room. Oh, it's madness the way you make Mercury move. I got forever to never stop loving you. I'm counting my heartbeats just like a rich man counts his money. I'm walking down the street like I'm the queen bee of the honey. I feel happy, I feel shaking, like I know there's no mistaking. Almost too good to believe that I've got forever to never stop loving you. A fever every time you walk in the room. Oh, it's madness the way you make Mercury move. I got forever to never stop loving you. I've got forever, a fever every time you walk in the room. Oh, it's madness the way you make Mercury move. I got forever. I've got forever to never stop loving you. A fever every time you walk in a room. Oh, it's madness the way you make Mercury move. I got forever to never stop
I saw her from a distance as she walked up to the wall. In her hand she held some flowers as her tears began to fall. Then she took out pen and paper as to trace her memories. Then she looked up to heaven, and the words she said were these. She said, Lord, my boy was special, and he meant so much to me. And oh, I'd love to see him just one more time, you see. All I have are the memories and the moments to recall. So Lord, could you tell him he's more than a name on a wall? She said he really missed the family and being home on Christmas Day, and he died for God and country in a place so far away. I remember just a little boy playing war since he was 3. But Lord, this time I know he's not coming home to me. My boy was special, and he meant so much to me. And oh, I'd love to see him, but I know it just can't be. So I thank you for my memory and the moments to recall. But Lord, could you tell him he's more than a name on a wall? Lord, could you tell him he's more than a name on a wall?
They say if you want a wish to come true, never tell anyone. But there is one wish that can make the difference between life and death. And this wish can only come true if you tell someone. Please, let your family know you want to be an organ donor.
When we're responding to emergency runs, we need everybody's help to get there as fast as we can. So when you see the lights, move to the right.
Once again, this year, Gulf Shores will host the Shark Fest, a popular summer event focused on marine life. The event takes place at the Gulf State Park's Saltwater Pier and offers hands-on activities for all ages. Guests will learn about Gulf Coast sharks through interactive exhibits, expert presentations, and up-close encounters. I don't know how up close that's going to be, but I'm not going to get too close. Shark Fest 2025 runs Thursday, June the 26th through Saturday, June the 28th. Thursday's hours are from 2 to 7 p.m., while Friday and Saturday will run from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. Entry is just $5 and parking is free. You can get your tickets online right now, or you can wait for the event. You can also contact 251-948-7275 with any questions.
We still play all of those slightly used but really good country songs like Boot Scootin' Boogie by Brooks and Dunn.
I can get lost on a merry-go-round, spinning in circles, baby. It's hard to keep my two bare feet on the ground when the world gets heavy. I don't know where to run to when the day's done. You're my home away from home. Your blue bonnet's growing wild. Boy, no matter where I roam, you're my anchor, don't you slide. Where I hang my
Well, I know I disappeared a time or two, and along the way I lost me and you. I needed a new town for my new start, selling VCRs in Arkansas at a Walmart. I haven't had a drink in 19 days. My eyes are clear and bright without that haze. I like the preacher from the Church of Christ. Sorry that I cried when I talked to you last night. I think I'm on a roll here in Little Rock. I'm solid as a stone, baby, wait and see. I got just one small problem here in Little Rock. Without you, baby, I'm not me. I don't know why I held it all inside. You must have thought I never even tried. You know your daddy told me when I left, Jesus would forgive, but a daddy don't forget. I think I'm on a roll here in Little Rock. I'm solid as a stone, baby, wait and see. I got just one small problem here in Little Rock. Without you, baby, I'm not me. Lying here upon this motel bed, my thoughts of you explode inside my head. Like a castle built upon the sand, I let love crumble in my head. I think I'm on a roll here in Little Rock. I'm solid as a stone, baby, wait and see. I got just one small problem here in Little Rock. Without you, baby, I'm not me. Without you, baby, I'm not me. I think I'm on a roll here in Little Rock.
Your local news and 7-day forecast coming up moments away.
Rip currents cause an estimated 100 deaths each year in the United States. In 2021, 5 of these deaths were on the Gulf Coast. Rip currents are the number one weather-related killer at the beaches along the northern Gulf Coast. The number of rip current fatalities on these beaches is more than the fatalities of flooding, tornadoes, lightning, and tropical storms or hurricanes combined. Learn the facts. Before heading out to the beach, check current beach conditions and know what each flag means. Always swim near a lifeguard. Rip currents are narrow currents that flow away from the beach. If you notice you're being pulled away from the beach and are swimming and getting tired, you may be in a rip current. Think of it like a treadmill that you can't turn off. You want to step to the side of it. Don't swim against the current. Try to swim across it in a direction following the shoreline. Rip currents do not pull you under, but may take you as far out as a football field so people can tire quickly. The most important thing is to stay calm. If you can't escape the current, float or calmly tread water. Wave for help if you can. Rip current's strength eventually subsides and may even take you closer to shore. If you see someone caught in a rip current, call 911 or get a lifeguard and throw something that floats towards the victim. For more information, please visit www.visitalbeaches.com/safety.
The City of Fairhope is inviting you and your family to Glow in the Park Summer Movie Night featuring Finding Nemo on June the 12th at 8 p.m. Join us at Fairhoppers Community Park at 105 South Church Street right there downtown. And don't forget to bring a picnic blanket, a lawn chair, a blanket, some refreshments. Make sure they're not non-alcoholic. Make sure that they're all family friendly. Complimentary popcorn and sand buckets will be provided, and you can look forward to fun glow in the dark treats before the movie begins. That's coming up on Thursday, June the 12th at 8 p.m. Does your church or business organization have an upcoming event that you really want people to know about? You can send your information right now to the help desk at bluerammedia.com. Helpdesk at bluerammedia.com. We'd love to tell our community about what's happening in your community. Again, send us the date, the location, what's happening, and we'll get the word out totally free as a community service. Send it to helpdesk at bluerammedia.com.
We've been swinging and missing. It ain't broke yet, but damn, it needs fixing. Been a while since you kissed, felt like kissing. It's just different. We've been talking about forever since we've been together. Something about her ain't makes you think we're better off with all this, but we're caught in between a rock and a hard place. Red wine and mistakes, tears rolling down your face when I walked out that door. And that's when I lost it. Midnight in Austin. And damn, I'm exhausted. What the hell's this all for? Is this where it mends or it breaks? Between a rock and a hard place. For the record, shit, throwing in the towel takes some effort. So I'd rather ride it out for better weather. Together, between a rock and a hard place. Red wine and mistakes, tears rolling down your face when I walked out that door. That's when I lost it. Midnight in Austin. Damn, I'm exhausted. What the hell's this all for? Is this where it mends or it breaks? Between a rock and a hard place.
and Dad loved him, and he loved him too. He was 4 inches taller than me when I wore high-heeled shoes. Real easy to live with. We never fought much. Liked all of the same TV shows. He made the perfect +1. He's somebody's someone. He just isn't mine. I can go on forever and ever, trying to force the stars to align. It just makes it worse. No bridges were burned. Wish I could, but I can't hate that man if I try. He's just the wrong Mr. Right. I'm scared that he'll move on. I'm scared that I won't. I'm scared I'll regret my decision of letting him go. My mom always told me, you'll know when you know. What if knowing's a feeling? I got a feeling I don't. He's somebody's someone. He just isn't mine. I can go on forever and ever, trying to force the stars to align. It just makes it worse. No bridges were burned. Wish I could, but I can't hate that man if I try. He's just the wrong Mr. Right. I bet he'll find a girl. I bet she'll treat him good. I bet she'll give him all the things that I still wish I could. But I know he's somebody's someone. He just isn't mine. I can go on forever and ever, trying to force the stars to align. It just makes it worse. No bridges were burned. Wish I could, but I can't hit that man if I try.
All I am, all I'll be, everything in this world, all that I'll ever need is in your eyes, shining at me. When you smile, I can feel all my passion unfolding. Your hand brushes mine, and 1,000 sensations seduce me, 'cause I do cherish you for the rest of my life. You don't have to think twice. I will love you still from the depths of my soul. It's beyond my control. I've waited so long to say this to you. If you're asking, do I love you this much? I do. lived outside my emotions, didn't know where I was going, till that day I found you. How you opened my life to a new paradise. In a world torn by change, still with all my heart, till my dying day, I do cherish you for the rest of my life. You don't have to think twice, I will love you still from the depths of my soul. It's beyond my control. I've waited so long to say this to you. If you're asking, do I love you this much? Yes, I do. If you're asking, do I love you this much? I do. Oh, I do.
Crime is going up. You need to call the professionals at Mobile Bay Public Safety Patrol. 251-264-2498. Mobile patrols, residential communities, schools, churches, and businesses. Alarm response. Professionally trained law enforcement experience. Mobile Bay Patrol, 251-264-2498. Call them today and you'll sleep better tonight. Mobile Bay Patrol.
Who knows what a child will grow up to be? It's one of the coolest things about kids. The unknown, the potential, the chance to do or become whatever they can imagine. But what if something happens during childhood that stops them from reaching that potential? Did you know that preventable injuries are the #1 killer of children in the United States? And around the world, one child dies from a preventable injury every 30 seconds. But the important thing to remember about preventable injuries is that they're preventable. We can do something to stop them. Things to make sure kids get the chance to be creative and play. The chance to take chances and explore. The chance to fall down and get back up. Help us give your kids, and every kid, the chance to grow up, reach their potential, and become whatever they can imagine. Learn how at safekids.org.
And once again, this morning, I'm in the Blue Ram Media Studio, looking out our windows here, and at the moment, we have clear skies. We have some gray, but unfortunately, well, living here along the Gulf Coast, you really never know what to expect. Today, for the rest of your day, the high will be 87 degrees. Low overnight will be 77, and it'll be partly cloudy. Like I said, we do have some sunshine, but we also see some clouds. About a 25% chance of rain for us today. Wind coming out of the southeast at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Now, as we move into Friday, into the weekend, highs will be again around 87 during the daytime, 77 in the overnight. Mostly cloudy, but of course, that just means we're going to have some sunshine, but not 100% of sunshine. Rain chances once again 25 to 30% on Friday, and winds coming out of the south at about 11 to 14 miles per hour. As we are entering the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, we are going to be met head on with scattered and roaming thunderstorms. That's what scattered thunderstorms mean. They're roaming. They're going from place to place, never really sure where they're going to strike. The high temperature on Saturday will be 86 and the low will be 77, about a 60% chance of rain. Winds coming out of the south-southwest Saturday and again on Sunday at about 12 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday's weather is going to be exactly the same as Saturday. We're going to have warm temperatures, 86 during the daytime, low will be 77. Thunderstorms in the morning and possibly later in the evening, about a 52% chance of rain. And Monday, again, as we head back to the work week, 86 will be the high, 77 will be the overnight. Again, we might see some thunderstorms early in the morning and later in the evening. A lower chance of these storms, however, on Monday, about 35%. As we head into our Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, our midweek next week, we're going to see temperatures right around 89, 90 degrees, mostly sunny during the daytime. The low overnight around 78. Sounds very familiar, doesn't it? And, of course, we have those chances of isolated thunderstorms, which really mean nothing more than they might pop up over yonder, they might pop up along the beach, they might pop up on your, property. And then across the street, it might not be raining at all. We just, that's how it is. Friday, Saturday, again, will be mostly sunny. Highs around 90 during the daytime. Lows will be 77. This is next week. About a 30% chance of rain. And then we start to see those thunderstorms moving back into the area. The thing about pop-up storms, we really never know from one moment to the next how severe they're going to be. So always be prepared. That's your extended weather forecast from Coastal Alabama Radio.
Does your company, church, business, or school need to get your employees certified in first aid, CPR, and saving a life? Well, guess what? Armor Tech is here on the Gulf Coast. Call them today at 251-264-2498. They will bring the training to you wherever you're at. 251-264-2498. These guys are fantastic. They're paramedics, firefighters. They know their stuff. They'll also teach you AED, stop the bleed, and the use of Narcan. 251-264-2498.
The day I left, I told myself she's wrong. I'm better off gone. Better off gone. I headed my old truck into the dawn. I'm better off gone. Better off gone. If I'm better off gone, then why am I alone in the dark? If I made the right move, then why am I so blue? And why can't I convince my heart when my mind says better leave her alone? You're better off gone. Well, I wonder, should I call her on the phone? Nah, I'm better off gone. Better off gone. Surely I can make it home.
clothes, burn my pillows, and still smell you on my skin. Tequila shots and lime, kiss some guy that I don't know, and still taste you on my lips. I could hit the club, tell the DJ turn it up, and still hear you breathing in my ear. Get a little numb so I don't feel your touch, but my body still thinks you're here. I just want you, I just want you, I just want you gone. What's it gonna take to break my heart away from this hold you have on me? Boy, you know I'll do anything. What's it gonna take? What's it gonna take? I could sleep for days, hide away, but you'd be there waiting for me in my dreams. I could go insane, lose my mind, lose myself, and never shake your memory. I'm down to give you up, but you linger in my blood, and I can feel you in my veins. I just want you, I just want you, I just want you gone. What's it gonna take to break my heart away from this hold you have on me? Boy, you know I'll do anything. What's it gonna take? What's it gonna take? I just want you, I just want you, I just want you gone. What's it gonna take to break my heart away from this hold you have on me? Boy, you know I'll do anything. What's it gonna take? What's it gonna yeah, tell me what's it gonna take? I could burn my sheets, burn my clothes, burn my pillows, and still smell you on my skin.
Crime is going up. You need to call the professionals at Mobile Bay Public Safety Patrol. 251-264-2498. Mobile patrols, residential communities, schools, churches, and businesses. Alarm response. Professionally trained law enforcement experience. Mobile Bay Patrol, 251-264-2498. Call them today and you'll sleep better tonight. Mobile Bay Patrol. The 92nd Alabama Fishing Rodeo, the Alabama Deep Sea Fishing Rodeo, technically sponsored by Mobile JCs, is kicking off another year. The rodeo is going to be full of so many things. First of all, Saturday, July the 12th, the 67th Roy Martin Young Anglers Tournament. That's when all of these young teenagers, boys and girls, will be out fishing their hearts away to see who will win. Thursday, July the 17th, Captain T-Bone's Liars Contest. Who's going to tell the biggest tale of them all? And there'll be live music from 7:30 until 10:30 p.m. Friday, July the 18th, 2025, of course, the 92nd Alabama Deep Sea Fishing Rodeo gets underway. And once again, there'll be some live music playing between 7 and 9 p.m. Saturday, the 19th, the fishing rodeo continues. More live music will be playing between 5 and 7 p.m. And then Sunday, to wind it all down, the fishing rodeo will continue through. And there'll be live music. And then all of the prizes will be given out. Every year, this is a huge, huge deal, a big turnout, all for a worthy cause, and of course, the money, the purse. Let's see who's going to win. I really enjoy getting down there and looking at the fish that they bring in. It's amazing. A lot of them are caught and released. Others are not. But I'll tell you what, it's just amazing to see what is out there in the Gulf Coast. Remember, it's going to be, once again, this year, July 18, 19, and 20th. You don't want to miss it.
40% of the food that we produce here in the U.S. is wasted. That's 133 billion pounds of food a year. A lot of this food gets wasted at the grocery store. If a carrot doesn't look perfectly right, it gets thrown away, even if it's totally safe to eat. But the biggest waster of all is us. On average, every American throws about a pound of food away every single day. Here are some ways you can stop wasting your food. Number one, meal prep. You don't have to be a fitness influencer to plan out your meal. If you plan before your shop, you're less likely to find a moldy vegetable in the back of your fridge. Number two, store it right. Storing food in the right place keeps it from going bad. And your refrigerator has those produce drawers for a reason. Become best friends with your freezer. Your freezer will hold things for a much longer period of time. Number three, be scrappy. Literally, learn to cook with things that you would normally throw away, like carrot tops, herb stems, brown avocados, and pickle juice. You want to save money and like saving the planet? Save your scrap.
You told me not to talk to strangers. You told me not to cross the street without looking both ways.
You told me not to touch the stove. You told me not to do drugs. You told me not to drink and drive.
You gave me so many messages about how to stay safe. Why didn't you keep me safe by properly storing your gun?
One day shy of 8 years old, when Grandma passed away, I was a broken-hearted little boy, blowing out that birthday cake. And how I cried when the sky let go with a cold and lonesome rain. Mama smiled, said, "Don't be sad, child. Grandma's watching you today. 'Cause there's holes in the floor of heaven, and her tears are pouring down. That's how you know she's watching, wishing she could be here now. And sometimes if you're lonely, just remember she can see. There's holes in the floor of heaven, and she's watching over you and me. Seasons come and seasons go, nothing stays the same. I grew up, fell in love, met a girl who took my name. Year by year, we made a life in the sleepy little town. I thought we'd grow old together. Lord, I sure do miss her now. But there's holes in the floor of heaven, and her tears are pouring down. That's how I know she's watching, wishing she could be here now. And sometimes when I'm lonely, I remember she can see. There's holes in the floor of heaven, and she's watching over you and me. Well, my little girl is 23. I walk her down the aisle. It's a shame her mom can't be here now to see her lovely smile. They throw the rice, I catch her eye as the rain starts coming down. She takes my hand, says, Daddy, don't be sad, 'cause I know Mama's watching now. And there's holes in the floor of heaven, and her tears are pouring down. That's how you know she's watching, wishing she could be here now. And sometimes when I'm lonely, I remember she can see. Yes, there's holes in the floor of heaven, and she's watching over you and me. Watching over you and me. Watching over you and me. Watching over you and me.
Maybe I'm just wishful drinking. Give my heart something to sink in. Better make it to nothing I won't do for another round of me and you. I know it's a shot in the dark, looking for what's left of a spark. Throwing them back like I got nothing to lose. It's a slow burn just like you. Everybody says give it time, but I'm feeling like I'm stuck on rewind. Throwing them back like I got nothing to lose. It's a slow burn just like you. When I'm a couple in, I get optimistic, like you and me are realistic. Maybe I'm just wishful drinking. Give my heart something to sink in. Better make it to nothing I won't do for another round of me and you. I get hopeful when I'm tipsy, thinking you might actually miss me. It's 100 proof, nothing I won't do for another round of me and you. I'm wishful drinking.
With every sip I'm getting closer to thinking that we ain't really over. I know it ain't right, but baby, just for tonight I don't wanna have no closure. When I'm a couple in, I get optimistic, like you and me are realistic.
Maybe I'm just wishful drinking. Give my heart something to sink in. Better make it to nothing I won't do for another round of me and you. I get hopeful when I'm tipsy, thinking you might actually miss me. It's 100 proof, nothing I won't do for another round of me and you. I'm wishful drinking. I'm tracing your footprints through my memories, trying to find where we went wrong. Replacing the space you left with new things. Nothing I try lasts long. Maybe I'm just wishful drinking. Give my heart something to sink in. Better make it to nothing I won't do for another round of me and you. I get hopeful when I'm tipsy, thinking you might actually miss me. It's 100 proof, nothing I won't do for another round of me and you. I'm wishful drinking.
Used to dream about buying that bigger house, sitting on top of some hill. Losing sleep about filling my bank account, wondering if I ever will. But the older I get, I just care less and less about keeping up with people named Jones. If you don't fill it up with somebody that you love, it ain't ever gonna feel like home. There's always gonna be a higher high you could chase for the rest of your life. Greener grass in the yard next door, or a shined up Chevy little newer than yours. You're never gonna fill an empty cup if what you got still not enough. The thing about happiness I found is it don't live in bigger houses. I can hear the kids making little footsteps running down the hallway upstairs. I can see the dogs playing in the backyard through the kitchen window right there. Maybe life's kinda more about a swing on a porch, holding her while the sun disappears. Why would I wanna be anywhere else in the world when my whole world is sitting right here? There's always gonna be a higher high you could chase for the rest of your life. Greener grass in the yard next door, or a shined up Chevy little newer than yours. You're never gonna fill an empty cup if what you got still not enough. The thing about happiness I found is you don't live in bigger houses. Chase for the rest of your life. Greener grass in the yard next door, or a shined up Chevy little newer than yours. You're never gonna fill an empty cup if what you got still not enough. Thing about happiness I found is you don't live in bigger houses. The thing about happiness I found is you don't live in bigger houses.
Your home for Christian country.
Saying how it's gonna be so good, so beautiful. 10,000 hours, 10,000 more. Even though I don't tell you all the time,
Baby blue ain't your color.
Driving in the car or on the app. Thanks for listening.
baby plays the guitar, I pick a banjo now.
Coastal Alabama's all new Highway 98 Radio.
Today in the news, the 77th Police Academy graduation for the city of Mobile is scheduled today, and it's going to be a grand event. It's scheduled at 11 a.m. at Cottage Hill Baptist Church. The Police Academy is graduating 21 Mobile police officers, 1 police officer from Mount Vernon Police, 1 police officer from Pritchard Police, 1 deputy sheriff from Mobile County, 1 police officer from the University of South Alabama Police, 1 from Citronelle Police, 1 officer from Mobile County Sheriff's Office, actually two deputies. And again, this is today, and it's really a great event. It really truly is. And we're seeing more and more folks want to be police officers. An unusual lawsuit has been filed by a Leeds, Alabama man. That's right there outside of Birmingham. The person who used to work for Bucky says that he's suing the company for $20 million because they stole his thoughts. He was being a good employee while off duty and looking at all of the things that needed to be changed. And he said he mentioned it to his supervisor, and then along the way, he got terminated or quit. Now he says that the company is using some of those things that he brought forward, but the company said they've already been in place before he ever became an employee. The lawsuit was filed by him without an attorney, and we'll see where that goes. Mobile police is investigating the death of a person who was in custody. A traffic stop happened, and police took 2 men into custody on Old Pascagoula Road, put them in the back car. They were not restrained or handcuffed. One man had a medical emergency. He's been identified as Kevin Gardner. Now authorities say he was also wanted for a homicide investigation. There is an investigation about what happened. Older adults continue to commit crimes across the country. Many seniors are committing violent crimes. Every year, about 960,000 Americans find themselves being arrested for a wide array of offenses. Two categories really are standing out among the increase of those being arrested: juveniles and senior citizens. You might think, well, senior citizens probably shoplift, they need food and so on and so forth, but that is not the case. Police say that many seniors are involved in violent crimes, drug crimes, and sex crimes, and this is a nationwide problem. A man who was on a boat on Sunday decided to jump off, and unfortunately he lost his life. Dwayne N. Stevens, 55, his body was recovered by the Daphne Search and Rescue Team, and unfortunately no one really knows what prompted him to jump off, but it was a sad thing. A former Bayou La Battery police officer has been arrested, and his bond has been revoked after he left the state of Alabama, which was a condition that he was not supposed to. B.J. Squires, a former Bayou La Battery, had been out on bond, charged with first-degree rape, second-degree rape, first-degree sexual abuse, second-degree sexual abuse, and other charges could be pending. Well, now he's back in the county jail because he violated the terms of his bond. The Tanger Outlet Mall suffered a burglary at Zales Outlet Jewelry Store. Police said that burglars came through a neighboring store at the Rock and Roll Sushi, kicked in the wall leading into the jewelry store. Police say that there was an amount of jewelry stolen, although they have not identified how much it was. A person riding a bicycle in Somerdale was struck and killed by a vehicle. Police identified that person as a man from the area. According to police, Leslie Lovell Purdue, 51, was critically injured after he was struck by a vehicle that was operated by Preston Anthony Harlow. State troopers are currently still conducting an investigation. At this time, no charges have been filed. Residents of Gulf Shores, business owners of Gulf Shores, property owners of Gulf Shores say, bring it on. They want to see the concerts returning. There was an online comment section. There was an in-person meeting. The city of Gulf Shores has been talking to stakeholders, and they want the music to continue. They say it's a good source of revenue. It wasn't too far out of hand. Police did make some arrests, but it wasn't as violent or the same as in many cities. A Spanish Fort man riding a motorcycle was killed in a wreck, according to Alabama state troopers. The man driving his motorcycle was hit by a vehicle. Aaliyah is still investigating. Andrew Lawrence Connor suffered fatal injuries in that wreck. In the last few days, 25 people have been arrested in immigration crackdown raids. Police from several jurisdictions have been taking part in the raids, and police say that they will continue here in Baldwin County. A near drowning was reported. This occurred this past Sunday. Authorities have not identified the man. However, they say that he is recovering at this time. Remember, if you see news happening, you can call us at 251-264-2498 or send us an email, newsdesk@bluerammedia.com.
Some folks believe their TV's like the Bible. They think the anthem is just another song. They won't teach the kids to shoot their granddad's rifle. Some don't respect the dirt that they walk on. Well, that ain't gonna be me. I'm gonna put my hand up. I'm gonna stand up for what I believe. That ain't gonna be me. I'm gonna put my boot down. By God, stand my ground till they bury me. If you're looking for a man to give you an apology, that ain't gonna be me.
I see folks that think the whole world owes them something. They look down their nose at those with calloused hands. When a sister or a brother or some stranger is in trouble, they turn their head like they don't give a damn. That ain't gonna be me. I'm gonna put my hand up. I'm gonna stand up for what I believe. That ain't gonna be me. I'm gonna put my boot down. By God, stand my ground till they bury me. I wanna apologize for loving God, country, and my family. That ain't gonna be me. Some ain't got no respect or pride for that flag that so many died for. Well, that ain't gonna be me. I'm gonna put my hand up. I'm gonna stand up for what I believe. That ain't gonna be me. I ain't gonna back down. I ain't gonna tap out till they bury me. I wanna apologize for being all that I can be. That ain't gonna be me. That ain't gonna be me.
That ain't gonna be.
Big wheels keep on turning, carry me home to smack you.
Across America and here along the Gulf Coast in Baldwin and Mobile counties, more than 75% of all firefighters are volunteers. They spend their time helping others. Around the clock, many of our volunteers respond from home, from work, and from the fire station. But just like businesses all around the country, it's becoming more and more difficult to recruit firefighters. If you want to truly help your community and make a difference, I encourage you to reach out to your local volunteer fire department here along the Gulf Coast or anywhere in the country and volunteer your time today. Unlike 20 or 30 years ago, volunteer firefighters are professional firefighters, professionally trained firefighters, and many times EMTs and paramedics. Please help your community, donate some of your time, and you'll not only make a difference, but you'll feel good about it. I know. I've been a volunteer firefighter, EMT paramedic, and law enforcement most of my life. Please reach out today, and thank you.
Tells religiously, like clockwork every time he sees an opening in a conversation about the way things used to be. I just roll my eyes and make a beeline for the door, but I'd always end up starry-eyed, cross-legged on the floor, hanging on to every word. Things I heard. It was harder times and longer days, 5 miles of school uphill both ways. It was can't switch ways.
Once again, it certainly has been a pleasure to have you listening today. The program is, it's that time again. We are looking to extend it maybe by another half hour and more frequently, and we'll keep you up to date. If we do that, it'll probably be maybe the fall, but I'll keep you updated to that. We really appreciate all of you listening. Remember, if you can't listen during the scheduled time because you're at work, you're out of town, or you're otherwise busy, remember our radio shows are broadcasted live and then streamed 24 hours a day. We are an iHeart radio station, and also our programs are streamed on about 4 platforms. Any place that you can get your music or podcast or anything of that nature, well, you're going to find us there. Remember, you can contact us 24 hours a day also at helpdesk at bluerammedia.com. We're a real company. And send us a news tip at newsdesk at bluerammedia.com. And of course, once again, don't forget, if you're an indie singer, we'd love to play your music. So send that along to us at helpdesk at bluerammedia.com as well. And no matter where you're driving, it doesn't really matter if it's the interstate or the county road or what have you. Make sure that you pull over anytime that you see red or blue lights, hear sirens coming up behind you, or if they're on the side of the shoulder, you need to move to the left as swiftly and safely as possible. Not only is that the right thing to do, it is the legal thing to do. And of course, we want to keep everyone safe, including all of our first responders. Until the next time, y'all, stay safe, be blessed, help each other, and we'll see you back here on the radio.